Today there is an even more difficult task.
I've never ever made it.
Oh man, कैसे बनेगा ये पराठा?
These parathas don't deserve to be on this plate. You made a basic tikona paratha, shortcut.
संजीव कपूर का आप सभी को प्यार भरा नमस्कार। इन ओएसिस फूडशाला प्रेजेंटेड बाय फाइन लीग राउंड्स को पार करके हम आ पहुंचे हैं अपने अगले पड़ाव में और आज है हमारा पहला क्वार्टर फाइनल राउंड। आज के हमारे दोनों कंटेस्टेंट्स एक दूसरे बिल्कुल अलग हैं। एक तरफ है टुनीसिया की रिहाब तो दूसरी तरफ है राजस्थान का स्वाद लिए सोनिया। दो बिल्कुल अलग अलग अंदाज और पूरा अलग स्वाद लेके आज के एपिसोड में आमने सामने आ रही हैं। काफी दिलचस्प होना चाहिए। ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर क्वार्टर फाइनल राउंड। डू वेल।
Hello and welcome to Oasis Foodshala presented by Fine. Let's welcome our first two quarter finalists, Rihab and Sonia.
I'm so happy to be in the quarterfinal.
Rihab, the way you performed in the league rounds was amazing. You were full of energy. Your enthusiasm was amazing. With the passion, the way you were working was mesmerizing to see.
Thank you so much, Chef. Thank you.
Sonia,
Yes, chef.
composed and a very well focused home chef. That's all I can say about you.
Thank you, chef. I was feeling proud about myself and felt really good.
The first thing that we all miss staying abroad is home. And home reminds us of home cooked food. And your theme for today is Taste of Home That Takes You Home.
I was very emotional because I really miss my home. I really miss my family, my friends, and the yummy food that my moms used to do for us.
From last 15 years, I'm staying away from my home place, and that is what makes me miss the food there and the family.
Today you have to take yourself down those memory lanes and recreate those recipes and those beautiful aromas.
The theme is just amazing.
Tunisia, my family that I miss so much, my friends, the yummy Tunisian authentic food.
We all know our home flavors and we can relate to it. So it is good to give those flavors out on the table.
And breaking news. Today there is no task. I'm kidding. Today there is an even more difficult task. Today you have to make a Malabar parota.
Oh my God, Malabar paratha.
I know paratha, but parota, Malabar, like I was like lost.
And this Malabar parota has to be made in just the original and traditional way by slapping the dough, making the flakes, and then finally have a beautiful, nice, golden brown colored, crusty Malabar parota.
I was, wow, what's this? I've never ever made it.
I'm going to compare your Malabar parota with one of the most ideal Malabar parota available in the market, which I feel is ID Malabar parota. The flakes of your parota, the color, the shape of your parota has to match ID standards.
ID का पराठा मैंने खाया है and it's too good and too perfect. So जब उससे compare करना था और similar पराठा बनाना था, I was like, oh God, you know, like खाली बन जाए and you know somewhere close to it.
I'm doing it for the first time, so it can't be the same like ID paratha. But I was hoping that at least it can be close to it.
Both of you are aware of most of the rules of the game. And you're also aware of why this fine sterilized box is kept on your table. This is to ensure that you stay safe in the kitchen. Use the contents of this box as and when required. And time to wash hands and start the task. So what are you waiting for? Go!
to be honest, it's not easy. I know, like this is, it's not easy for me. It's the first time I'm going to make it.
Oh man, कैसे बनेगा ये पराठा?
I know it's not easy. I know, like it's something which needs a lot of work. It needs practice.
More so, it had to be, similar and compared to, the ID paratha, which I have seen and tasted, and I know, it's really, really good. So that gave me even more pressure that, ek to usko banana hai, and then, it needs to be similar at least.
I was enjoying it because it was my first time.
And time's up. Thank you. Back off. Okay, Rihab. Let's see. This is the ID one. Correct?
Yeah.
Look at the flakes. Look at the flakes. Beautiful. Thin layers. Probably maybe more than 100.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
This is what makes it a perfect Malabar paratha.
Okay, chef.
Now let's check yours. Okay, so I'll show you the difference. This is the difference.
I am Tunisian. Sonia is Indian. I've never ever made a Malabar paratha. So this time she might have an upper hand over me.
Sonia, why are you not smiling? So this is the ID one.
Yes, sure.
Perfectly good. Good. Nice. Look at this. 1, 2. Here's the third one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So many layers. 8. And then in the end you have a fine layer again. Good. Let's take yours. So now you understand the difference? Good.
Being a chef, you can see, what you have done. So I was quite confident of, of my work.
Rihab, Sonia, now you understand how difficult it is to make a Malabar parota?
Yes.
And that's the reason people buy ready-to-eat ID Malabar parota. It makes your life simple and easy.
Yes.
Both of you were 50% accurate. Your parota was a little too dense and thick from the center. Your had still some flakes. So this task goes to Sonia. Sonia, good start.
Thank you, chef.
I did my best, but Sonia won the task.
Excellent. The first thing conquered and you got some advantage.
And as per the rules of the game, Sonia now gets to choose an advantage. You have two options to choose from. Option number 1, you can quarantine Rihab for 10 minutes. Option number 2, you can use my technical help for 5 minutes during the cooking.
Option 2, chef.
Why?
Because I would love to have your expertise on my food. Since I got a chance, I wanted to choose an advantage to add something to my food over concentrating on choosing a disadvantage or taking away something from someone else.
Rihab?
Yes, chef.
Sonia wants my technical help for 5 minutes. What do you think?
She's lucky. I hoped I was in her place because having the help of Chef Akshay is a huge, huge advantage.
So remember the theme, taste of home that takes you home. And your theme starts now. So remember the theme, taste of home that takes you home. And your theme starts now.
staying away from the country and from the place, I do miss the the Rajasthani food and the way the royal treatment and the serving that you get there.
I'm making two traditional Tunisian dishes that I love so much and that I have a lot of memories with these two dishes. The first one is Ruz Jirbi and the second one is Ommak Houriyas.
I use a lot of shan masalas, and I realized that the way they blend and give the aromatic smell and flavors when combined with ghee is really good, and that helped me get all my flavors out and made it quite easy for me.
Okay, so first of all, the theme of today makes me remember home. Like it's the first time, this year was the first time I didn't go to Tunisia for vacation. So I miss my mom, I miss my family. So today I'm really excited to make authentic Tunisian cuisines. I feel that I'm the ambassador of Tunisia today. So I'm going to bring Tunisia on the table. I had tears in my eyes when I was cooking because I really miss my family. I really miss my mom. I miss her dishes. It was really emotional for me.
I'm making lal mas, gatta pulao, and serving it with a couple of condiments. That will be lal mirchi and lehsun ki chutney, and mirchi kuta, charge. So it's like a Rajasthani treat.
Rihab,
Yes, chef.
I smell something really fresh and spicy here.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is.
What are you making?
I'm making Ruz Jirbi. It's a traditional Tunisian dish made with rice and a lot of aromatic herbs.
Wow. Are you steaming it?
Yes, this is kiskis, like maqfool. The upper one is called maqfool. Traditionally, we cook it this way. I use traditional pots to make Tunisian dishes, so the chef could know the real taste of Tunisian cuisine.
Also, Rihab,
Yes, chef.
I'm very keen to understand what are these folks doing here?
These forks actually, as they are here to let the air circulate, and this is a trick of my grandmom. So my grandmom taught this to my mom, and this is what we're using. Whenever we're using this dish, Ruz Jirbi, we're putting the forks there.
Good, keep going.
Thank you, chef.
Sonia,
Yes, chef.
क्या चल रहा है यहाँ पर?
Chef, I'm roasting some papad to make papad ki churi.
What is this?
I'm making some gatta pulao.
Katta pulao.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's cooking the right way?
Yes, chef.
Look at this.
I don't know what chef was thinking, but according to me and being a Rajasthani, I know exactly what I was doing.
And what's this?
That mutton.
Such large pieces. The method of cooking that Sonia is using to cook her lamb will take at least 2 hours, and I think the lamb is gonna be undercooked. At the same time, Rihab is following home techniques. She's got some traditional Tunisian appliances along with her, but there are some small problems, like she doesn't know how to boil eggs.
I really like the fine kitchen towels. I use them regularly in my house as well, since they are the most sterilized and safe paper towels. Excuse me, chef. I would like to use my advantage now.
Yes, Sonia, tell me, how can I help you? 1 minute, let me reset my watch. Okay, so now you have exact 5 minutes. Start.
Chef, I would like you to help me how to smoke
How to smoke?
Yeah, smoke the mutton.
You don't know how to smoke mutton?
I do, but I would like to have your expertise with me. It was a very calculated move from my side. I knew exactly what I was doing.
Okay, so that's a smoker?
Yeah, chef.
Okay.
Instead of me spending my time in roasting and smoking that, I am doing 3 things at the same time. One is making the kheer, that's the meeta and the parathas to go with the lal mas, and slow roasting the chutneys so that I can save on my time.
Butter, ghee?
Yes, chef.
Just a bit, because otherwise the temperature of the coal will go down and the smoking would not happen properly. All right?
Yes, chef.
Lift it, place it in the center, and boom. Okay?
Thank you, chef.
Hurry up. Sonia, why are you keeping your rice uncovered? They're gonna get completely dry. They are already overcooked.
Yes, chef.
And they're gonna get completely dry by now.
Yes, chef.
Come on, come on, come on. 2 minutes.
I was just running around, just thinking that I wanted to plate everything on the table that I have planned.
Sonia, there's lot more to do in that thali. Rihab, finish your plating. Don't play with those toys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up. Smells so good. And now's the time for climax. So let's begin the tasting session. Rihab, we'll start with you first. Present your dishes to me.
Okay, chef. Never been to Tunisia before? Don't worry. Tunisia is in Foodshala today.
You know what? Food always excites me, and the biggest perk of my profession is that I get to taste such cultural dishes prepared by passionate chefs like you.
Thank you so much, chef. Thank you.
What's your first dish?
My first dish is rouz jirbi,
And the side dish?
Horia.
Okay, let's start the tasting first.
When chef was tasting my food, I prayed that chef visited Tunisia before so he can have an idea about what I cooked.
First dish, roast jarbi, which
Yes.
comes from Jerba, Indonesia, correct?
Yes,
A
exactly.
small island known for its cultural food.
Exactly.
The taste of this dish is harra, spicy.
Yes.
I like the way it is balanced with some olive oil. It's got some freshness from the parsley. The rice is a bit overcooked for me. Cuttlefish, beautifully cooked, nice, tender, not chewy at the same time. And you have used salted and air-dried lamb here, which is again cooked perfectly.
Thank you, chef. Getting the first positive comment from chef was amazing.
You get a little nervous when the opponent is getting some good comments.
Second dish, Umek Huria. Umek meaning mom, and Huria is a girl's name. And this dish became popular after her mother's name. I have a friend in Azerbaijan who got married to a Tunisian girl, and that's how I know these dishes.
Wow, amazing.
All I can say about this dish is that it meets my expectation, but unable to exceed my expectations. The bread that you use is a ready-made bagay, but these dishes are served with sourdough buns. Bagay, being a bit crusty, being dry, probably is not a good match for this dish.
In Tunisia, this is how we eat it. Like, usually we take this bread, this kind of bread, it must be baguette, and we take some of this bread, we dip it in horia, and we eat.
This sauce is very good. Very tasty, very well balanced. The aroma of the chilies, the spice level of the chili, the way it is blended with the olive oil is a perfect recipe again. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much, chef. I was like, wow, my mom's hard work of teaching me paid off.
Overall, it's a good attempt from you. I am missing my home now. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, chef. Thank you.
Sonia,
Yes, chef.
Rajasthan की थाली,
Yes, chef.
Marwadi Bhoj. Present your thali to me.
Sure, chef.
It's the first time I see this kind of puppets.
If you look at my dish, the first reaction of anybody would be like, wow.
Although her presentation was grand, but I know that my dishes were really, really authentic.
लाल मांस विद मिनी पराठा, जोधपुरी गट्टा पुलाव, छाछ, कॉन्डिमेंट्स में है हमारे पास मिर्ची कूटा, लहसुनी चटनी, वाह वाह वाह, पापड़, चूरा, सिरका, प्याज एंड मीठा, वाह.
Yes, chef.
Looks like a royal dish.
Yes, chef.
Let's start to taste this. Sonia, let's start one by one.
Yes, chef.
Your main dish is a lal mas.
Yes, chef.
Lal mas originated from Mewadi Gharana, a very traditional dish served to the royalties, authentically made with mathania chilies.
Yes,
And
chef.
that's what gives it a beautiful aroma.
Yes, chef.
Lots of spices, some tanginess from the yogurt makes this dish complete.
Yes, chef.
And you have killed it in the flavor. It is so delicious. It is so delicious that I cannot explain to you.
Thank you,
The
chef.
meat is falling off the bone.
Thank you, chef.
Perfect balance of chilies and the spices and the yogurt. Full marks for meat cooking.
Thank you, chef. Well, the Ral Mas recipe is not in my brain, but it is actually in my Rajasthani blood.
Moving on to the gatta pulao. This is the quality of a exceptionally made gatta.
Ooh.
Even after frying, it is soft.
Thank you,
I
chef.
can break it between my two fingers. Very well done again with this.
Thank you, chef. Lal Mas done. Gata pulao checked. So I got 2 in my kitty already. Yes.
These parathas don't deserve to be on this plate. You made a basic tikona paratha. Shortcut.
I was really shocked because Sonia just won the task for paratha.
Is this the way you make Rajasthani chas? Tell me honestly.
So flavoring also, I've added some jeera, and at some places they do add little red chili tadka as well.
That what gives it name as a Rajasthani chas.
Yes, chef.
वही तो उसका असली मजा है.
Yes, chef.
All in all, I think both of you took me at least down my memory lanes. Such good flavors, such good aroma, so much of effort put in the presentation.
I'm proud of myself with what I did today. So for me, result doesn't matter.
I am personally quite impressed with my performance, so I'm quite happy about it.
What a quarterfinal. On one hand, we had the royal flavors of Rajasthan. And on the other hand, we got to taste some cultural dishes from Tunisia. Both of you were amazing. One of you is going to go in the semi-finals of Foodshala Season 9. And the other one would probably go home. And when I say probably go home, it means that there is going to be a red tag wildcard entry in the semi-finals.
Wow.
And you never know. It could be one of you. And the contestant who's going to the semi-finals of Foodshala Season 9 is... Sonia! What an intense cook-off this has been. It was not just a cook-off between the flavors. It was rather a test of their homemade recipes. I'm gonna see you next week in another quarterfinal. Till then, see you.
It's a K Company production.